Morning. We are on our way from Dallas down to Austin, and we decided to stop in Waco because it is exactly halfway. And in Waco, they have Waco Mammoth National Monument, operated by the National Park Service, which we absolutely love. So we're going to go inside and check out, this is a live dig where there are dozens of mammoth bones. So we're going to go in and check it out.
This actually used to be private property. This was a cattle ranch in the 70s, and it was two teenage boys that found the first bone. But they were messing around during work one day here in a creek bed, which normally doesn't work out, right? But this time, they found something kind of unique popping out of that creek, but I think they were looking for arrowheads. That's the rumor I heard. But they didn't find any arrowheads. They instead found about a 4-foot-long femur bone. So they needed some help identifying that bone. Took that to Baylor University, met a man there named David Lentz, and he was able to tell Paul Nettie what they found, basically a leg bone from a Columbian mammoth. So we have Columbian mammoths here, not woolly mammoths. So yeah, we found Columbian mammoths here. We found 24 Columbian mammoths in only about an acre worth of area, but we're going to see the last expound here in a dig shelter. We dug here from 78. I told you that's the year we found the first bone. We dug until 2001. Since then we've been on hold. And that's the big reason for that is everything that's been done so far has been done by Baylor University in the city of Waco. As they kept finding more and more remains here, they realized this was a really important site. So in 2002, that's when they started the process of seeing if the national parks want to be involved. And we continued that process until 2015. That's when the national parks claimed us as a monument here. Today we're going to focus on North America because unlike woolly mammoths, Columbian mammoths are actually only found in North America. They're not found as far south as Columbia. They actually get their name from Christopher Columbus. That's why they're called the Columbian mammoth. And they're found more in the southern regions, which was a little more temperate. Like I said, it was pretty warm in Texas during the Ice Age. So all these little black dots that we see, those are different mammoth sites, and they can be woolies, Columbians, and some other mammoths. Columbian mammoths happen to be some of the biggest mammoths, actually. They were bigger than the woolly mammoths. Woolies stood about 10 feet tall. These Columbian mammoth remains that we're going to see here, they would have been walking around this park at 14 feet tall, weighing about 20,000 pounds. So when Baylor came back and they were digging this area, they found 16 Columbian mammoths in just a very small region there. And it's just, these 16 belong to the first and only nursery herd of Columbian mammoths found so far. And that means adult females and juveniles. So just like elephants, this would be a matriarchal type of a herd of multiple generations of females working together to take care of those young juveniles. But we also think it's most likely the reason why we find them here today. We think maybe during a flash flooding event or mudslide that these guys got trapped in. So that's the most supported idea at this time. I said we've been on hold since 2001, but we're going to keep digging, and as we continue to dig, we might find more evidence that can add to or change these ideas. But that's what we're at right now. We have actually a few different layers inside. The first nursery herd level, they believe was about 68,000 years ago. But when we're inside and we see the different layers, I'll start talking more about timeline there too. But that's basically what we would expect to see if we were here during the Ice Age. And again, about 20,000 pounds, about the same weight as a big yellow school bus. So they're just amazing. With our Columbian mammoths, we know a lot about their size and their body structures, but we know a lot less about their softer tissues. So woolly mammoths, we have found a lot of their softer tissues, right? Frozen in permafrost, so there is information out there about woolly mammoths, but we are lacking that type of information about Columbian mammoths. So they left it be. This is called in situ. All these bones are the real bones in their original locations. What do you see over here? Is there another mammoth over here? This is Mammoth W. We call her Wanda. That's her name, Wanda. That's Wanda. You see Wanda? What I really like about her are what we see up here. Do you see those? What do those look like? What do you think? Teeth. Those are teeth. 70 years old.
Those.
Her elephant today is about 60, so it could have been maybe around that.
Yeah. There we go. You say, hi, Ben. Hi, we saw a bunch of mammoths, didn't we? Didn't we? That was super, super cool.
Ben, can you say mammoth?
No, I guess not.
Mammoth.
You say mammoth? No, it's like a big elephant, right?
Fuzzy elephant.
Yep. That is a really, really, really neat site. They have this building built over top of it to protect everything from the elements, and they're going to be digging again in 3 to 5 years once they get some funding put together. Yeah, if you're ever in the Waco area, definitely swing by here. There's no entrance fee, there's no parking fee, which is what our National Parks annual pass would have taken care of. You want to go? There is a tour fee though, which the pass does not cover, which is fine though, because it is most definitely worth the $5 for each adult. It was very neat. It's very, very, very cool to see the bones still in place.
Oh yeah, I love that. And the different events that were uncovered from the different layers. And they were 15,000 years apart, and that they were still mammoths.
Yeah.
The same type and like species and stuff.
Yep. And you can see the layers. Like they left a big wall of soil that you can see the layers. And you can see the indications of the different events that buried these different groups of mammoths.
There you go.